Alright, so I am live, and even before I begin this video, I just want to give a heads up to all of you guys that The Logical Indian is also on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Telegram. So if you may, well, go ahead and join us, like us, subscribe us on all those channels. And so we already have 116 people so soon today. So if you can hear me, please drop a thumbs up. I'm not using my earphones today. I don't know, I lost it somewhere. So if you can hear me, please drop a thumbs up. Welcome all of you. So today we are going to have a very special guest. His name is Pathik Muni, and Pathik Muni, just to tell you a little bit about him, he is the founder of Khana Chahiye initiative. It's a Mumbai-based initiative that actually went global. It was started with an intention to feed the disadvantaged people, people who were rendered disadvantaged right after the lockdown. So the first pilot operation of Khana Chahiye initiative was, it started on March 29th, right after when the first nationwide lockdown was announced on March 25th. So it started with 1200 meals, and today we are at 41 lakh meals. So I am going to call Pathik Muni, and it's better if I let him tell you all more about Khana Chahiye initiative. Alright, so Pathik, if you can hear me, please send in a request so that I can add you and you can talk more about the initiative. Pathik Muni, well, he is also a cyber crime expert. He is one of the distinguished cyber crime. He's so many things. Apart from all of those things, he is a remarkable, who really brought so much change with his multiple initiative. But today we are going to talk all about Khana Chahiye. ऐसे हो आप?
Oh, sorry. Now is it okay? Yeah.
Yes, it's okay now.
Great. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Thank you.
Hi, Apurva.
Thank you first of all for joining the Logical Indian. Hi Pathik, how are you doing?
Very good, yeah, very good. How are
So
you?
I was just telling everyone about Khana Chahiye initiative. I just told them a little tinsy bit of it. So I thought it's better if you talk more about it. So, if you can start by telling us what Khana Chahiye initiative is.
Okay. So Khana Chahiye is a citizens initiative that was founded by me and Ruben on 29th of March, and then it was taken further by our other co-founders, Neeti Goel, Anek, and Swaraj, Shishir, all these guys. The idea of this initiative is to feed the needy in the city of Mumbai. That's what it started as, and it evolved to be much larger than only feeding people. I think in the past, what we've also done is we've literally helped people, transport from one city to the other, to serving them rations, to helping them with talpatris and stuff that they can build their homes with or their shelters with. So a lot of things. Khana Chahiye has evolved into basically a citizens movement to help the absolute destitutes in the city of Mumbai.
So, Pathik, if you can also talk about the impact that has created in terms of numbers.
In terms of numbers, we have done, we started at 1200 meals on 29th of March, and currently we are doing around 36,000 meals on a daily basis. And we've in all completed around 41 lakh meals till date over the last, I think, 100 days. We've done around 10,000 plus ration kits, and I think we are in pipeline of doing another 10,000 ration kits. In the next 10-15 days, we should be around 20,000 ration kits. Those are the numbers. We on the volunteer side, I think that's the most interesting part. What we managed to pull off was we managed to build a big army of people who were good souls, I would say, who stepped down on the field, who even helped us from home And this force was approximately of around 150 people. So that's one of the things that I will always be very proud of.
But it's really great the way that you told me today that it when the number went up to 41 lakh meal from, I guess yesterday when it was 39 lakh, and I feel so proud of you, Patik, and I think I told you that separately also. Like I really mean it.
Thank you so much, Apurva. I completely, sometimes when I personally look at the numbers, I really feel that, oh, okay, are these real? Um, but, because I head ops and I see this on a daily basis, it just keeps telling me that, when people come together, like if you really look at our volunteer force has all genders, all races, all age groups, all stratas of the society, including we have celebs, we have common people, we have engineers, advocates, professionals, we have bureaucrats. So, when all of this came together, I think it just transpired into a beautiful, magical moment, which we call the Khana Chahiye movement.
So I think we can safely say that when all stakeholders come together, magical things can happen. So it's all about
Absolutely.
taking initiative and
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's just about a thought and some things that you need to put to action. And then the world comes around to help you. There are a lot of good people here.
so, Patik, we also talk about how, how the demands, with time started to increase, and how people started to know that there's a group who's going to help and who's there for us, and they started to invest their emotions and their trust in this initiative. That's a big thing, and then
Yeah.
the way that people actually came together, they donated, say, financially or by volunteering and all those things. So, can you talk about all that once?
Sure. So, when we actually, so the way all this started was a simple phone call from Ruben. I think it was 27th of March, and he called me to tell me that Patik, it's been a week of lockdown, and a lot of people don't even have access to food. And we were just generally chatting. It was a chat between the two friends. It's a very common chat. But we decided that can we do something about it? Using our knowledge of technology. And hence we thought about doing this pilot on 29th of March so that, to gauge the ground reality of what ground reality is and what is that we would be needed to service this kind of this kind of requirement. I think that first they told us a lot. We were guys who were thinking something to do with technology. We kept the technology at one side for that time, and we said, okay, listen, feeding people is more important than actually use of technology to do something around them. And we just called out to a few friends on Facebook, honestly. And people started joining in because everybody felt for the cause. Everybody felt that, yes, there is a need. A lot of people are stuck because, if you look at the initial days of the lockdown, the first lockdown, the way it was planned by the government was that while people could move around in their local vicinities, they couldn't connect to the arterial roads or the main roads of the city. And here is where the problem started because people who were absolute destitutes, staying under the flyovers, staying under the bridges or on the roads, they suddenly got disconnected of people like us who would donate something to them so that these guys would live their life or would buy something from these guys so that these guys could make some money. When we went down on 29th of March, we realized that these guys had gone hungry for literally 3-4 days. We have seen certain episodes that I would never be able to forget in my life, even today. And I think a lot of our friends and people who knew us, they had that confidence that if we pick up something, we are going to be delivering it. Hence, I think they started joining us, and then Anurag came on board. Anurag reached out and he said, Pathik, you would definitely need money. And I said, of course, we will need money. Money is something that is very important. So we got support from Efforts for Good platform. And thank you so much, Apurva. Thank you so much, Anurag, Pawan, Abhishek, all these guys. I think you guys just took it too personally also. And, that personal touch really helped us raise. I think Garbejo and Khana Chahiye has raised close to around 1.5 crores on Efforts for Good, or something above 1.5 crores. So I think it just, the magic just started happening. Every day I would wake up with a new problem. We would find several solutions to it. We made mistakes, of course, but I think we were very quick to rectify them. Our operational timelines were really, really, really sharp. And yeah, I think people look out for that, because what people also want is like, some of my volunteers like Somil. Somil was telling me he joined in a month later to the campaign. And when he joined, he was thinking that this must be just another campaign. People must be feeding some people here and there, and maybe they are making a lot of noise about it. But when he actually came on board and when he actually started volunteering, he realized the scale of operations that we operated on. And I think many people like Somil, were very surprised that something like this can really happen. And yeah, I don't know. I still can't describe the moment very pretty well, but it just happened as a magic. Lot of good people have helped us. Lot of them.
So I think, Patrick, first of all, I would also like to thank all of those people who contributed so far.
Yeah.
And apart from that, if you can, once tell us how they can contribute individually.
I think, see, day one, our contributions have been on two things. One is, of course, monetary contributions that, one can contribute and help us raise more funds so that we can keep feeding the people that we are currently catering to. And that's available. That's available on Efforts for Good. I think we can share the link on this, for donations. But more important than donating money is, I think donating of your skill sets. We are in need of volunteers, and please reach out to us. Any kind of volunteering is more than welcome. It's not only about going on field and distributing food to people. It takes a lot of energy and efforts at the back end to really have these operations running. So we need a lot of people to coordinate our logistics. We need people to do MIS. We need people for digital. We need people for designing, and many such things. So, whoever can help us with whatever in their skill sets is more than welcome.
Right. So, Pathik, a partial lockdown, partial unlock has already started. I mean, that there has started to be movements. So, a lot of people think that it's not really necessary anymore to think about people who were probably, migrant laborers, or for that matter, daily wage workers. So, it's a common understanding that with lockdown, problems have been sorted. So, what do you have to say on that front?
I think that's not completely true, because uh, while unlock has started happening, while the city has started to open up, but I think for us who are mainly, as Ruben says, is balcony class people who are really privileged to go to a nice fancy office and be in that sanitized environment and feel safe about it, and feel that, oh, everything is back to normal. Um, I think life is very different for people on the road, on the street. Uh, for them, they are this absolute blue collar people. They were people who were daily wagers. They depended upon a lot of movement that we would do in the city. they would depend upon small jobs, which are not there. Okay, so it's not that their life has changed. Their life is still the same because most of them are still not able to sell anything. Most of them are still not able to get any labor work, especially the blue collared segment, the complete blue collar segment. So I think for them, life has not changed. For their perspective, I think the unlock has still not happened. They are still in that lockdown zone, and they still don't have resources to buy food as basic as food for themselves. So like for example, yesterday I was talking to a local NGO, and this local NGO was telling me that, Pathik, instead of ration, can we look at other things like, maybe sabzi, or like basically vegetables or something like that, milk. So if you really look at it, from that, the learning that I took was that while we are giving dal, chawal, atta, and oil and all of that, that's something that is part of our standard ration kit. But, people have been deprived of having vegetables for days now, so, they've not had any kind of vegetables at all, no fruits, no milk. So their life, and these were not absolute. I'm not talking about people who were absolutely dependent upon our donations. These were people who would also make money via their own efforts, but they that required us to be out on the field so that we could interact with them and we could give them some money. Now that has stopped. So these guys have also gone into a situation where they are not able to buy anything for themselves. So bare basic necessities have become a problem. And that's going to stay for the next 1 or 2 months till such time that the economical cycle starts back, in this country.
I still have a feeling that it'll go longer than 2 months. For some
I
reason,
am being optimistic with 2 months, I would say. I completely agree with you that, this complete year of 2020 is going to be a similar year
yeah,
as we are right now. But I just hope that in the next 2 months, we would be slightly in a better position.
absolutely. Which means that it is still very important to keep the initiative going. It is still very important to keep contributing and keep
Absolutely.
coming
Absolutely.
together. That is the most important thing. And I feel like people have probably started to lose their patience and their empathy bit by bit, bit by bit. How do you think that can be restored? So that we can again work the way everyone was coming together when there was the when the lockdown actually started on March 25th. We saw so many people coming together and doing whatever they could. That enthusiasm, I feel, somewhere has been diluted. But they don't you think so?
I think yes, what you're saying is right. Because what has also happened is, when we all got into this lockdown phase, it was a new thing for all of us, and we all were like we trying to cope up, right? So suddenly we started feeling, oh yeah, 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 big problem, big problem. But I think we've just got habituated to it over the last 3 months. But a good thing about the unlock is that now all those people who used to feel that because मैं घर पे हूं तो मेरे को पता नहीं है नीचे क्या हो रहा है, now unlock ho gaya hai, so you can actually step down and you can actually see the condition of these absolute destitutes, the homeless, the migrants, including the domestic help that comes to your house. You should probably take a walk down the lane and see them living and see their condition now, see their houses right now. I think people will learn reality what happened in the last 3 months. So that's one way that people can return back to reality. Life has not changed too much for a lot of people. People like us who are balcony class and who has the privilege to get into a car and get to the office and then get into an AC environment. I think we still need to step down on the street to find out what is the actual condition of this country right now. That's very important.
Right. So, Pathik, you had not, it's not Khana Chahiye is not the only initiative that you have actually, taken. There are so many things that you do. I mean, actually, there are so many things that you do that I forget. And even in the captions I write, he is this, and so many other things. That is literally
That's a nice compliment.
that is actually how I write about you. I'm not even like making this up. I mean, you can go back and read the caption. You can see, so is this and this, and if I start writing about you, probably just the title will be as long as the article itself. So it's very difficult to write everything. So right now, I just want to talk a little bit more about your other initiatives also. Like Khana Chahiye is one thing, and it's actually done massive amount of work that's gone global. It was covered by so many global media as well. I mean, if
Yes.
people are not aware of it, so that's a big deal. And you being one man, you actually initiated. So that just shows, goes on to show the power of one idea and the change that it can bring. What are the other initiatives that you've been working on and where your brain has been sort of working? Tell us something about that as well.
So the way my wife tells me, my wife every night she makes it a point to tell me that soja, because for me, I literally feel that sleeping is waste of time. I just want to do too many things in life. And see, I'm a typical entrepreneur. It's been years that I've been trained as an entrepreneur. And I kind of train my brain to look at an opportunity in everything. So you would see me working on projects which are literally making something valuable out of garbage to agro to something that is really digital, that is cyberspace. And then I would also pick up initiatives like Khana Chahiye, and so one more initiative that I recently launched on my birthday on 22nd of June was to feed the stray dogs in the city of Mumbai. We've adopted around 500 stray dogs on my birthday, and I'm starting a new drive very soon, which is gonna be basically it's not only about feeding dogs, it's about taking care of the strays in your on your streets. Okay, so currently I'm putting a team together on that one, and so yeah, that's one project which is on the social side while I do Khana Chahiye. While on the other side, I am a startup consultant. I head an incubator. I'm a mentor with certain startups. So I have to spend a lot of time understanding their business models and helping them with their business models. And you understand this phase has been very bad for the startups, the last 3 months because of the lockdown. Suddenly, they ran out of resources or their plans went for a toss. So, getting them back on track, all of that takes a lot of time. So, my brain doesn't stop working. Yeah. Okay. I even when I sleep, I give my brain some problems to solve, and I have solutions to at least one or two of them by the time I wake up. So, yeah, that's me. Yeah, but I think for me, I feel life is very short, lots to do, and so much to show the world that we as Indians, we as a community which has been 10,000-year-old civilization, honestly, is so powerful. So I kind of do a lot of things. Yeah, I'm writing a book. Um, I'm writing a book right now. I am just around to start one startup of mine in the IPR section. I do cyberspace consulting. I do startup consulting. I run an incubator and Khana Chahiye and the Stray Project and. Yeah.
And so many other things, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to Khana Chahiye once again. So,
Yeah.
Pathik, the cases have been rising alarmingly, and probably the challenges have also increased now. From
Yes.
sort of back in March, probably there was still lockdown. People were home, so it was still, I would say comparatively easier to conduct operations that way. But now there is unlock people, there is movement on the streets, and the cases have been rising. How are you taking care of this the safety of everyone in the crew and even people who are being benefited? How is that panning out?
So, well, challenges are different, but there are many challenges. Back in March also we had lots of them, and in July also we have many of them. Unlock challenges are different. While the corona cases rise, everybody is getting scared now because of the community spread, which is starting, or first stage of community spread, which is starting in Mumbai. So people are worried, but I think what has also happened good for us is because we were all these 100 days we were on the out on the field, and we were dealing with the situation. um, I think we have learned the art to stay with this virus. So we've learned what is the basic hygiene that needs to be taken. We've learned how do we take care of us in terms of safety, with a mask or a face shield, or the gloves. How do you handle them? Like, now I know a lot of people in my team who have learned ke ghar se niklenge tabhi you have to always carry two pairs of gloves, not one. There are a lot of people who have learned that sanitizer bottle should always be in your pocket. So those basic things is something that it was very difficult to explain people at the start, but now it is become easier. Another operationally, I think initially what we used to face is, we had to tell people, the beneficiaries, we had to tell them to stay away. And it was a problem because, we did not want to sound disrespectful, but at the same time, we wanted to maintain the distance. But now it has become a norm. So what has happened is the beneficiaries, even the new ones that we come across, they are aware that there is a problem, there is a medical condition out there, and hence they keep away. लोग जब बात करते हैं तभी मास्क लगा के बात करते हैं. So those kind of things have changed our lives. So I think we are pretty okay on the operational front. The only thing that hit us very hard was the unlock. With the unlock happening, a lot of people had to return back to their work. Now, that's where what happens is you have this beautiful team that you've built up over 3 months. The lockdown period, and all these guys are completely engrossed, and now they have to go back to their offices. They have limited time. Um, so that becomes a challenge because then you need to, hire new people, get in more people, train them again. Um, uh, with the unlock happening, we have even traffic which is piling up in the city. So distribution becomes a problem. Then monsoons is heavy on Mumbai right now. So, that's another very big challenge because like today's day, I had scheduled that we will transport around 500 ration kits today. But it has been pouring so badly since morning that you know we can't help it. We had to cancel all our deliveries. So such issues pop up with the new unlock and the new July phase that we have come into. So yeah, those times. But I think it's okay because the team is so nice and they are so dedicated emotionally, and they are invested very very much emotionally. So they take these extra efforts. Like 3 days back I had a volunteer who told me that, Pathik, we will not be able to service 50 meals in a particular area because it's a low-lying area and वहाँ पानी भर गया है. So I said, okay, so what do we do? So he said, I have a bike, and can I take this 50 meals on a bike? And I said, are you mad? It's pouring. You don't need to take a bike down there. But he actually did it. He actually took a bike and he went and delivered those 50 meals. So um, I think it's that level of investments on emotions that has happened in the team that people are fairly okay doing anything here. Only
Right.
to feed people. So it's amazing, yeah.
Right. So, just to wrap this up, Pathik, I wanted to talk about how every pandemic, or every crisis affects every country separately. So, with India and its existing, socio, political, cultural, or even like the way people are and whatever financial bifurcations are there in the country, it really depends on that how people are going to get affected. And we all saw how. Badly it hit India, especially a certain section. So, how do you make sure that everybody is able to think of such people who are not really privileged, maybe like other people, like really be empathetic and think the way that you do. How do you think, in terms in those along those lines? Because I think for anyone to even take a little effort of sitting in their own comfortable space on their smartphone, simply going to the bio, clicking the link, and contributing a small amount can also be an effort. So that is one effort. The other effort is, just imagine how people who are disadvantaged at the moment must be feeling, or must be going through. So, I want to talk to you about this a little bit, so that people are able to realize that they may be slightly privileged, and things that they can do with their privilege to help other people who are probably not.
So, Apurva, in the past, this country has witnessed situations which were very bad for the country. And I think the citizens of this country at that time also had stood up with even. I remember my grandmother telling me कि हमने सोना डोनेट किया था कंट्री के लिए और हमने ज्वेलरीज डोनेट कर दी थी and all of that. So, I think citizens have done a lot about this country in the past. That trend needs to continue. Um we are in a pandemic situation. It's crisis. Everybody should make one budget of whatever money that they are making on a monthly basis, and try and spend that budget towards somebody else, actually. And that problem can be anything. See, I think people think too much also. Like when we started Khana Chahiye, lot of people reached out to us to only tell us that तुम लोग पागल हो क्या, मतलब क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग, you guys are mad, you guys are taking so much risk by stepping out and stuff like that. But I think most important thing is to put your thoughts to action. Whatever you do, in the smallest thing, if you feel that okay, ये इधर आदमी है जिधर जिसको कुछ तो जरूरत है, which you can probably help with. Okay, maybe it's the smallest thing. Just help, because in any kind of crisis, what you are looking forward to is that people should come forward and help in whatever way that they can, and that can be anything. It is not only that I want to tell people get go feed people. It's not about that. It's about go help people, because there are a lot of people out there who need help. So in crisis time हम लोग जैसे बोलते हैं कि like कि इंसान को इंसान नहीं मदद करेगा तो कौन करेगा, right? Okay, so even for God to help us, we need to help each other. Okay, and that's a spirit that we should develop in ourselves now. And that can start very small. You can actually start helping a person around you, and start contributing to the society. If everybody starts thinking like that, I think we will have a beautiful society and we will cross over this pandemic very easily. You should
Absolutely.
help. That's it.
Yeah. So before wrapping this up, Pathik, just once again, if you can tell people how they can contribute today.
Sure. So, guys, please go on Efforts for Good and search for Khana Chahiye. I think Khana Chahiye is quite prominent on Efforts for Good. Go to that link. Please donate whatever you can, and it can start as low as 25 rupees, because 25 rupees is what a meal would cost us. So, if you could even give us 25 rupees, it would be really helpful. It would feed one person, one meal. So please do that. You can you can just, then I know of people who have even donated like 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees. So you can go from 25 rupees to our onwards to 2.5, 3 lakh rupees, whatever you want to. That's something that we would like you to do. But more than that, please reach out to us. We, especially people who are in Bombay, because we are in need of volunteers. And even if you're not in Bombay or you don't want to go down on the field, we are fine. Please reach out to us. We have a lot of help that we can take from you. So that's two ways that you can contribute, and I'm very sure that you guys would come to us. Thank you so much.
Is there anything you would like to say for the Logical Indian community, Pathik?
Apurva, words fall short when I really talk about Logical Indian, Anurag, or you guys, because you guys really helped us stand up when we were really wanting someone around us. These were the initial days. I remember uh, we had no surety on our funding, and we had started a drive. I think you guys came in as angels, helped us, and are still helping us. And thank you so much for that, because without y'all, we wouldn't have been able to spread the word like we have done now. And I think you guys probably don't realize that your small little actions really make a lot of impact now. So, like these 41 lakh meals, you have a big contribution, Apurva, in this. You've done so much for Khana Chahiye. Anurag has done so much for Khana Chahiye. Pawan has done so much for Khana Chahiye. So, you guys are very much part of this 41 lakh meals, right? You know, if वो बोलते हैं ना कि पुण्य का अगर डिवीजन हो पाता, ठीक है, तो आपके हिस्से में भी एक बड़ा हिस्सा आता, पक्का.
Pathik, I think I would like to, express my gratitude on behalf of the entire 10 million, logical Indian community for doing what you do and being what you are. And I
I
actually mean it.
Thank you so much, Apurva. I think the complete Logical Indian community has been so helpful to us, so helpful to us. Like we were literally a citizens movement raising around 1.5 crores on Logical Indian. Thank you so much, guys, for the trust that you've shown. We are very soon coming up with a small video, for all the Logical Indian community to tell about our work, so that you guys can also see our work on ground. um, I don't know how to thank your community, honestly, Apurva, because when I started this, I was really skeptical about the money part. How are we going to raise so much money? Because even today, when I talk about 36,000 meals, it typically means 36,000 into 25 rupees per day. Okay. So I'm talking about lakhs of rupees per day. So it takes a lot of, I would say, himmat to wake up every morning and start paying bills. Thank you so much, Anik. Anik is our guy who manages the finance. I don't know how he manages it. Okay, बेचारा रोज बैठ के लाखों रुपए का पेमेंट करता है. So, and thank you guys, because this lakhs of rupees we are able to pay off is only because you are giving us those lakhs of rupees. So thank you so much for that. Um, yeah, I can go on till evening actually. Late evening talking about this. But thank you so much. I should end it here.
So I will be sharing this IGTV video, I mean this live video on IGTV, and I will be sharing this on Facebook. So if you guys want, you will find the donation link either in the caption, or you'll have to head over to the Instagram bio, the Logical Indian Instagram bio, or FS for Good Instagram bio. Click on the link, and to know more about Khana Chahiye initiative and all other initiatives that Pathik has been, running with his dexterous capabilities and minds and all those things. So please donate, read about the campaign. I'm sure that will, bring some value to you, and you will be motivated to donate yourself. So having said that, I think I will end this live session right now. And thank you so much once again, Pathik, for joining today.
Thank you so much, Apurva, and thank you guys for listening to us and supporting us throughout. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pathik.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, guys, so that was Pathik Mani. He is doing a great, he's actually spearheading an initiative that has gone global. It is not just a matter of pride for the Logical Indian community, but as Indians, I think we should be proud of such Indians who have been doing such tremendous work when the country was, when the country fell into deep pits of remorse when a pandemic like that strikes strikes a country like India. Anyway, so on that note, well, once again, I would like to reiterate, if you want to donate, just head over to the Logical Indian Bio or Efforts for Good Bio. Click on the link, read more about Khana Chahiye initiative. If you have any questions, do drop in your messages in DMs or in the comments, and we will be glad to answer. On that on that thought and note, I will see you next time. So until then, subscribe to the Logical Indian. Stay tuned, stay safe, and help each other, be with each other, spread smile, and all those other things. All right, guys. Bye.